Hello friends and welcome to the channel. This is Stormhaven Gaming, I'm John and this is Timberborn. Okay, we are on day 9, so we've got 12 days left of the 13-day drought, so we're picking up pretty much exactly from where we left off last episode. Yeah, we're doing okay. I think we'll be alright for this this drought. As I say, it's only going to be 13 days or 12 days left. We've still got some water in here because we are largely full in terms of our storage. So this is being pumped out at a lower rate than it would normally be, but it's still not going to last us very long. This will last us a little bit longer because we've managed to extend this a little bit. In the future, possibly, we could replace these double floodgates with triple floodgates and build up another layer of levees all along here. We could basically sort of flood all of this section if we wanted to, and use that as a reservoir. I mean, theoretically, we could put an additional layer of levees there and then put the triple floodgates on top and come up 2 levels and extend the levee wall this way as well, and have all of this as a reservoir, but that's a long way off. It was mentioned that we can just put in a platform and some steps up down here, and we'll have access to all of these birch trees, which is very, very true. And it will also give us access to this land here, which will eventually be useful. Not right at the moment, though. Our smelter is in. It's switched off at the moment. I'm concentrating on keeping our food supplies up as much as possible. So we've got our fermenters going. We've got the oil press going to top up our supply of canola oil. We've got storage in here for scrap metal, and I've set this one to obtain and this one to supply. So the haulers should grab scrap from here and bring it over here, where it's going to be easier for the smelter to access it. Are we harvesting? We are harvesting soybeans. Excellent stuff. So that will give us another boost to our soybean stores, which will then be able to ferment and make even more fermented soybeans. So it might be worth thinking about putting in some more storage for soybeans. Fermented soybeans. Yeah. Not just at the moment. We'll wait for a minute before we do that, I think. Everything else is going okay. We've got this pump switched off. We've got these 2 pumps switched on. Yeah, that's where we are. So, now that we have metal, what can we do? Well, we still need lots more science. I don't know that it's worth putting in a number cruncher at the moment. It might be worth moving towards opening up engines. We have everything we need now to construct them. Whether we've got enough wood is the other question, of course. I do think we should put in some more wood farming. I think they call it forestry, John. Yeah. We will need to hydrate this area, so we can just use our trick, can't we? I think that's the right size. And again, I can do without those 3 levees, because they are useless, but I like them. Stop it. And we can put a swimming pool in there. And we can put a water dump, or fluid dump rather, in there. And we'll get some steps up there and there. We'll get a path in like so. There we go. All right. They can get on with that, and we'll see how much of this area that then hydrates. And we'll put in a forester, some storage, and some wood planting. We already have a lumberjack, so that's fine. Okay, where are we? End of the 2nd day of the drought, and there's still water in here. I'm surprised. But quite happy. Okay, I will spin on. Probably until sort of halfway through the remaining drought. We'll see how quickly we can get this levee arrangement put in. Other than that, we are doing okay. I don't think there's anything glaring that we have a problem with at the moment. No, everything looks okay. Yeah. All right. Excellent. I will spin on. Day 14 then. We are about halfway through the drought. Everything's going fine. We've still got 1.4 thousand water, 400 food. Not as good as I'd like it, but it's okay. Everything's going fine. We have drained this little section. It lasted longer than I thought it would. But we have managed to drain that now, so I've obviously turned off the 2 water pumps there. We still have a little bit of water here for this water pump to access. It's not going to last a lot longer, I wouldn't have thought. Almost certainly by the end of the day, if not before, that will be gone. We'll still have a little bit in there to draw from. And we've probably got enough water in storage to almost last us the rest of the drought anyway. But we still have a little bit in here that we can take, and a little bit in here that I will turn on this water pump and start draining. We have a full district centre, so that's fine. We've got 4 unemployed beavers, only 1 spare bed, 6 children. So we'll probably want some more housing fairly soon. But I'll leave it until everything else has been done. This is nearly complete here. We've almost got our levee in. And then it's just the fluid dump, the swimming pool and the stairs. And then we'll be good to go. I'm also putting in some steps up so we can get some storage on top there. That way we can put in some additional wood storage to store the logs that we cut down from our new farming area, or logging area. And do you know what I'm going to do? Yeah, I'm going to move that path over to there. And then we can get our forester in there, can't we? Like so. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Okay, but that's what's happening there. Yeah, we're almost out of water here. I think this is actually... Where are we? Yep, there it goes. All right, so we'll pause that water pump as well. We'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. Okay, I will continue to spin on then. I'll probably come back at the end unless something drastic happens. Right, 2.5 days left, and we've just lost the water in this section here. So we've lost hydration to all these fields right in the middle of a soybean harvest. So that's annoying, but we got some of it in. We currently have 218 soybeans to be fermented. Yeah, that's all right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off this smelter because it is full of metal blocks. I'm going to switch this over to soybeans as well and turn it on. So we'll blitz through these soybeans that we've got and hopefully fill up our food stocks a little bit because we are running a little behind there. In fact, I'll turn on the oil press as well. I will turn off the lumber mill and we can reduce our number of... Well, that doesn't help because they're all going home now. All right, that should give us 100 horsepower. That probably isn't going to be enough, is it? Well, we'll see tomorrow. That'll be fine. Over here, this has been filled up, so we are now nice and fertilised over here. So what we will do is we will pop in a forester right there, and we will set up a bunch of oak over there, and a bunch of oak over there. That'll do to start with. Okay, I'll spin on till the end of the drought. We should be fine. We've got 1,000 water in stock. We should be okay. Okay, there we go. The drought is over. We did okay. We've still got 800 water in stock, so we're absolutely fine for that. We've still got plenty of food in stock. Again, not as much as I'd like, but it's okay for the moment. We've got some additional housing in over here. We've got some storage being built over here for logs. Yeah, we did okay. I'd very much like this to last a little bit longer, but it is what it is at the moment. This water pump is back on, so that's fine. This should fill up and filter through. I've turned these on already. I got rid of one of the small water tanks here, and I'm going to replace it with another medium tank. That's empty, so I can get rid of that as well. There we go. And you're going to be storing water. There we go. So that should help a little bit more with our water storage. Okay, these I will bring down to 0.75. That should be okay. We'll probably get a little bit of flooding around here because we always do. Our fields are, well, our forestry is being planted over here. Okay. So that's a start. Okay, what's that? 172 for 150. That's fine. Okay. I wonder. We have the science. Is it worth unlocking the engine? No, not until we've got some more storage for metal blocks, at least. Okay, let's get that sorted. Right. So we need steps up here. We'll unlock this. It's 200 science. There we go. We now don't have enough for an engine, but it's okay. We'll pop that in there, put a path across there, and put some storage in on top. There we go. And you're going to be for metal blocks. There we are. Because we've currently reached maximum storage. Okay. Okay. Is water returning yet? Not quite. Well, I wish it would hurry up. I have put these down, haven't I? Yeah, they're at 0.8. That should be fine. Right, I will spin on until the water's returned then. Right then, start of day 2. The water has returned. We're flowing all the way through. We can turn these 2 water pumps on now. There we go. That's all good. Right, we do want an engine to replace this. But replacing this means turning all of this off. We don't really want to do that at the moment. How are we looking? 130 soybeans. We've got 191 in storage. Could do with some more. So let's get some more. In there like that, and obviously join it up with a path. Fermented soybeans. There we go. Okay, so that's all good. We're all up and running with that. What is next then? Good question. I mean, more water storage, definitely. That would be useful. But a way to keep this more hydrated during droughts would be useful. I don't really know how we're going to do that. Other than deepen it with dynamite, but even then that will just kind of slowly crawl back with the amount of fertilization as this drops. Yeah, I don't really know how we're going to achieve it. We're probably not. It would probably require having something like that over here in order to keep this hydrated, or maybe down here somewhere in order to keep all this hydrated. Yeah. Don't know. I'll have a think about that. But we do have metal unlocked now. So, in theory, we could start thinking about coming across this way, couldn't we? Because I think... Where are we? A 5-wide bridge will cross that gap. That's 1,000 science, so we're a bit away from it. But we have the resources to build it. It's only logs and planks. Maybe. I think for the moment... What do I think for the moment? We really need more. Yeah, we need more. Okay. What do we want? Do we want more farming? Maybe. Food factory is 300. And 120 horsepower. Because ideally we should be getting onto some of these other crops. Corn would be the most simple. Yeah. But then we would need a food factory. We would need to set that up. I really don't know what we're going to do. We do need an industrial area. I think then Yeah, we're going to build up some science. That's what we're going to do. We've got 5 unemployed beavers. Let's get... where are we going to put these? Let's put these out here. Another 3 inventors' huts. And we can obviously shut these down when we need to. But for the moment, we'll have some additional science coming in. Alright. I mean, we might want to just get rid of kohlrabi. Let's just get rid of the kohlrabi. Alright, we'll wait until that's harvested. And I might take out some more of these berry bushes and extend these farming areas a little bit. In fact, yes, that's exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. That's fine. We'll get rid of those as well. So we'll just add another couple of rows on here. Now, what do I replace this with? Do I put corn in? Is it worth putting corn in here and at least building up a bit of a stockpile of it? Maybe. Maybe. I'll have a think, but I'll spin on for the moment. Okay, day 5 and we've got a bad tide on its way. That should be okay. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. We haven't filled up our water storage yet, which leads me to believe we probably need another water pump at least. So I'm going to put that down here. Where are we? Here we are. Like so. And we'll pop the water pump in like so, with a path across the dams like that. There we go. So that will help us during the wet season, as it were, just fill up our storage a bit more quickly. We've got our 3 inventors' huts in over here, so we are getting a bit more science in. So we do have enough now to unlock the engine if we want to. I'm clearing this out because they are now harvesting these kohlrabis, and I'm replacing it with corn. We don't have any storage for corn yet, obviously, but that's fine. This takes 10 days to grow. So yeah, 7 days into the bad tide, it might die. It might well die. So we'll have to see. Other than that, we are doing okay. We're nearly, what, halfway through planting all of these oaks? So that's good. They're 20% grown, basically, by the first ones that were planted are about 20% grown. So we'll get there. Yeah. We have 2 housing spaces left. Only 1 unemployed beaver. 2 unemployed beavers. Because one's just grown up, which is lovely. I think what I would like to do is have this as a kind of industrial area. So have a bridge across to here and have at least a couple of engines over here to run all of our industry and basically move all of this over. We've currently got 4 beavers in our power wheel, which is running everything that we've got switched on, which is our smelter and our 2 fermenters. This fermenter isn't doing a great deal at the moment. I'm not sure why. We have canola oil. You have soybeans. You're just off doing something, are you? Where are you? Oh, there you are. All right, you're delivering food to storage. I'll allow it. Okay, then. I will spin on to the start of the bad tide. We'll see how long it's going to be. We should be okay. In terms of water and food, we should be okay. Okay, there we go. 5 days again. That's not going to be a problem. We've got this all set up. We will turn this off because it's not going to be pumping a great deal at the moment. We've got these switched off. I closed these floodgates possibly a little early, but I think we're about as full as we can be, which is good. All of this is full. We've got our third water pump down here. So again, that will probably take the water out quite quickly from here, and we'll start taking it a lot more quickly from here as well. Okay, there we go. So the last of the overflow has drained out. That's good. Yeah, so we're pretty full everywhere. That's fine, and 5 days isn't going to be a major problem. We're up at 731 science already, so that's good. We can pause you. Yeah, and we haven't finished planting up our oaks over here yet, so that's fine. We've got our corn in over here, but we do need somewhere to store it. So, what are we going to do? Well, let's... I've blocked myself in again, haven't I? All right. We'll do it the clumsy way. There we are. There we go. I lost track of where I was for a minute there. Okay, and you are going to be storage up here for corn. There we go. Okay, so this isn't going to dry out in the 5 days. We've got plenty of water in here to keep us hydrated until the end of the bad tide. This will drain fairly quickly. We might well have some water left in here by the end of the bad tide as well. Okay, I will continue to spin on then. I think we'll probably go straight through to the end of the bad tide, unless there's any reason to come back. There we go. End of the bad tide, we did absolutely fine. We've still got 1.7 thousand water, still 375 food. That could definitely be better, but, you know, it's not terrible. I've turned this water pump back on. We've still got, yeah, more than half depth in this channel here, so that's good. We might as well turn these pumps back on as well. We'll drop this down to 0.6, and it is starting to flow. There we go. Are you clean yet? Yeah, probably clean enough. There we go. We'll send it through here. We'll actually bring it up to 0.8. Yeah, we're getting some flooding already. That's to be expected, I suppose. Hope it's not too contaminated. I mean, that should be flowing. There we go, it's retreating. Excellent stuff. We are out of logs. That's a, you know, minor negative, obviously. Do you mind? I am putting in some more housing up here, because we are right on the edge. We did have one homeless beaver until somebody died. Okay, day 2, we've had a bit more flooding overnight, but I think it's now mostly under control. Only cost us a day of replanting, that's fine. In terms of food, yeah, still could do with a bit more. Really could do with a bit more. Couple more days till our corn is grown. We have storage for it, but we can't do anything with it yet. Yeah, about halfway through on those soybeans. A couple of days until they're done. So we should get some more food in soon. We do have soybeans in stock. I'm going to turn the oil press back on. How are we doing in terms of power? Come on, turn on. You're right, take your time, eh? Alright, you're at full power, that's fine. So we've got the 2 fermenters, we've got the oil press, and we've got the lumber mill, in theory, running. They're off delivering stuff, presumably. They can all run on 4 beavers there. That's fine. Probably less, actually. Let's take one out and see how we do. 251. Yeah, that's fine. We can do that. Right. We have 1.2 thousand science. So let's pop in a bridge, shall we? And I think it's the 5. Yeah. And we'll pop it in there. Yes, please. And we'll bring a path back there. Now, we're not going to be able to build it until we get some logs in. In fact, I'll turn the lumber mill off because we don't have any logs coming in. We're still waiting to build this house. We need another 9 logs there. Yeah. I'll spin on until we've got the trees grown. Day 5 and no drought warning yet, which is nice. We've got some trees growing in. We've got our barrack finished up there, and we shouldn't be far off getting this bridge finished. There we go. We've got a beaver coming up here to finish that off for us. Excellent stuff. Right, I'm also going to... What are we looking at here? Oh, none are particularly close to popping, so we'll pause those two, because we have quite a few unemployed beavers at the moment. We don't have a huge amount switched off. Just some of our industrial bits and pieces over here. The log cutter over there. That's it. So we've got a fair stock of unemployed beavers. So, first thing I'm going to do is bring a bit of a path out here. And we'll pop in a lumberjack. And you can... Where are we? Just cut down all those dead trees, please. And clear this area for us. We have 423 science, so we can afford to unlock the engine. We don't currently have the wood to run it, is the problem. So we'll probably need to build up a stock of wood first. We are probably about halfway through. Alright, a little over halfway through on these oaks over here. And these are coming in kind of as and when, obviously. So we need to basically have this harvestable before we put in the engine, because that is going to use a lot of wood. I could come across here as well, so yeah, that's not a terrible idea. We've got a few logs and planks, so come on, we'll get a platform in there and steps up there, and then we'll bring the path out around there like that. That should be fine. And then we'll pop in another lumberjack there. That should be able to reach all of them. Yep, it does. And we'll set all of this to cut as well. There we go. That should give us a few more logs coming in the short term. Obviously, I think we only get one log per tree down there, yeah. But that's fine. That'll be a little bit of a boost. And it should tide us over until these start growing. Right, in terms of everything else, how are we doing? We are at 2.2 thousand water in storage, which is pretty good. That should last us a good few days. I would really like to get some more... Oh, thank you, autosave. I would very much like to get some more water storage, but I think we're a bit limited on that at the moment. I mean, honestly, coming across here would probably be quicker than coming across there, wouldn't it? Or would it? I don't know. Maybe not. Okay, I will spin on, probably to the start of the drought or bad tide. We'll get all of this cleared, and then we'll look towards putting in some industry over here. Okay, there's the drought. 20 days. Yep, that's going to be difficult. Right, first thing we're going to do is turn off these water pumps here. We have 2.2 thousand water in storage, so we're doing all right there. I've just built another water storage there, which is half full. We've got all of this down here. This is pretty full. We're in as good a position as we can be, really. Hopefully we'll be okay. Now, all of this is cleared over here, so I want to put in a path. We'll bring it along there. And I want to unlock the engine. 20 metal blocks, which we have. 25 gears, which we don't. And 20 logs, which we have. So I'll put the first one in, I guess, just there. Now, we're not going to be able to build it yet because our gear workshop is switched off for the drought. But, you know, it's set up. It's ready to go. Okay. Other than that, there's not a lot else we can do. We've still got plenty of unemployed beavers and plenty of living space. I'm very tempted to put in another of these levee arrangements in this sort of area here, but I'll leave it for the moment. This is going to dry. There's nothing we can really do to prevent that. That is going to evaporate. But we'll keep it as long as we possibly can by not draining it. I will turn that off as well. I made a bit of a mistake with the floodgates there and opened them when I should have closed them, and yeah. Mostly drained that before it had a chance to fill back up, unfortunately. That was my bad, but it does make a lot of difference because it doesn't store a huge amount of water anyway. It's pretty much only there for the bad tide. But yeah, that's where we are. I will spin on. I will play through sort of halfway through and we'll see how things are at sort of 10 days left. This will be empty, undoubtedly. This may well be empty. We may well be out of water. Difficult to say. We'll see how it goes. We are halfway through the drought. 10 days left. We have no water left in any of these bits down here. The only water we have left is what's in storage, which is 1.6 thousand, and what's in this reservoir. So, we have, give or take, 60 beavers. If I think they consume 2.2 water a day each. So that is 130 something, 132. So we should be able to last 10 days on what we have. Just about. Food-wise, we're not doing great. I don't want to drain this. We do have some more soybeans coming in there. I'm going to risk it, I think. I'm going to rely on my superlative math skills and say that we're going to have enough water in storage to last us, and it's better to keep this hydrated and keep some crops coming in the time that this will last. That's my feeling. That's what I'm going to go with. Yep, I'm trusting my maths. I don't know why, but you know. So over here I'm putting in a power wheel temporarily. We'll replace this with an engine eventually. But I'm putting in a gear workshop up here because we will want a gear workshop up here. And to start with, we'll just pause you. We'll just connect it up using these power shafts. Again, eventually we'll probably have a different building in here drawing power. We're probably likely to have buildings sort of back to back and paths running up either side, and just having like a strip of industry. That's my initial thoughts. I may change that. I probably will change that, but that's what I'm aiming for at the moment. Because the engine is waiting for gears. We have 3 out of the 25 we need. So if we can actually get a gear workshop up here functioning, that would be great. We are pretty much full on planks for the moment. So I've turned our lumber mill off. We have turned our smelter on. I'm thinking... oh, hello. Those trees have just grown. I'm thinking about turning off the water dumps, but I don't know if I should. I don't know if we're going to have enough water to keep those going as well as our beavers. No, you know what? I'm going to leave those on because that will provide us with some food. Yeah, and I'm going to pump the water out of here. I don't know if that's a good idea or not. I really don't know if that's a good idea. No, I will pause that one. Because in the amount of time that takes to drain, most of the drought will be over. And these can last a long time. Like 11 or 12 days, I think. Possibly longer. Before they die from lack of water. Let's have a look. Yeah, well that one's already spent some time and it's still got 12 days left. So yeah, I'll turn that one off because it doesn't matter if that dries out. We'll just be able to fill it up again and those trees will spring back to life. Yep, that's what I'll do. I think that's probably the best plan. In which case I'm going to turn this one off. Yep. All right, let's risk it. Let's play dangerously. Why not? Oh, this is all built. We're waiting for... oops, those power connections to go in. That one's being built, so we might as well unpause that, and we'll only bother with Yeah, 2 beavers in there. That should give us enough power to run that. Okay. With some trepidation, I shall spin on. Alright, day 25. Just under 5 days left. The water here has dried up. So that lasted us, 15 days. That's pretty good. That's not bad at all. I've turned off the 2 water dumps here, the fluid dumps here. It's not evaporating particularly quickly out of these areas, so we are maintaining the water there. Food-wise, we're not great. I've put in a couple of additional farmhouses over here to get us some more soybeans and corn in. We are very close to finishing putting in this engine. Where's our other beaver there? Going to get water. Oh, okay. Okay. So yeah, we're operating at 72% there, but that's okay. We only need a couple more gears there. And once that is built, obviously we'll shut that off. But I'm going to immediately, in fact, I might as well do it now, hadn't I? Unlock the food factory. Thank you, autosave. And we will, oops, that's what I want to do. Pop it in there like that. Obviously that's, again, going to take a little while to build because we need 15 gears and we're not producing them particularly quickly. 1 every 3 hours. So yeah, it'll take a while, but we will have plenty of power coming in there. We've got plenty of logs. Our tree growing operation, well, that one's not doing great. But over here, this has produced a bunch more trees for us. I should have put in another woodcutter, shouldn't I? Well, not that you're doing anything because our storage is full, so that's fine. I'll leave it for the moment. Yeah, we should be fine. Okay. Still have 1,000 water in storage, so yeah, we're good. I guess I'll spin on. There we go. The drought is over. We survived. We've still got 400 water in stock. We'll start by turning on some of these water pumps. There we go. We'll start with those 3. We only have no beavers. We've just had some deaths. All right, fair enough. I've turned a couple of the breeding pods back on, so we should start building our population back up again. We can always take them out of these inventors. We'll put those on a low priority, as well as the hauling post. Yeah. All right. Well, we did okay. We got a bit more farming in. We've got our. Here we are. We've got our food factory set up. Obviously getting enough power to run, so that's good. We are producing corn rations in there, so that should help our food situation a little bit, which will be nice. We've got a good bunch of fermented soybeans because I set that one to make soybeans as well because we'd run out of cassavas. Is the water returning? Very slowly. Good, good, good. We will leave it there for this episode. I'm kind of happy with the progress we're making. It's quite slow, and I'm really not sure where we're going. Obviously, we want to secure another fresh water source, but obviously these are problematic in the same way that this one is. It's going to turn into a bad water source at some point. So until we get some way of dealing with that, it's a little more tricky. And they are quite set into sort of gullies here. So we will need to be able to do something with it. I'm not sure what. Explosives is the obvious idea, isn't it? I mean, it's always the obvious idea. It's my favourite idea. Just use explosives to dig new channels. And I think we're probably going to have to. I do think that's the most likely. Do we have any other freshwater sources? We do, don't we? Over here. That's not too far away, but again, it is in a big gully. Yeah, what could we do there? I suppose if we build it up here, we could just put a split in to take fresh water one way and bad water the other. And feed it into a big hole like that, maybe. Come across and build up this end, dam it off a bit, and have a nice big freshwater reservoir. Well, we'll see if that fills up with bad water, though. I don't know that it will. I don't see how it could. Oops. But there's an awful mess of channels and gullies and things like that. We should be all right there. We'll think about that. It might be worth dumping fresh water off the edge here into this section and making ourselves I mean, we could get a reasonably deep lake, couldn't we? I mean, if we block this off at least up to this height and do the same around here, that's not bad. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Water is returning, so that's good. We aren't yet flooding, also good. I'm sure it will at some point. I've set this down to 0.6 straight away, so hopefully it won't cause too much of a flooding issue, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, we will end the episode there. Thank you very much for watching. As I say, please do give us your comments down below. Please give us a like and a subscribe. It really does help the channel out. And please join us next time. Until then, I've been John. This has been Timberborn. Please do take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye-bye.